The Apostolic Letter Malarius Dignitatum. John Paul's writings about the dignity and the vocation of women during the occasion of the Marian year. Man is the high point of creation in the visible world. Both man and woman are human beings to an equal degree. Both are created in God's image. This image and likeness of God is passed on by man and woman, spouses and parents, to their descendants. Woman was created by God from the rib of the man and is placed as another eye, the companion of man. The man and woman become one flesh and become one as father and mother. The foundation of the whole human ethos is rooted in the image and likeness of God which the human being bears from the very beginning. In different passages of sacred Scripture we find comparisons that attribute to God having masculine or feminine qualities. In many passages God's love is presented as the masculine love of the bridegroom and father, but also sometimes as the feminine love of a mother. Both are parents, man and woman alike. The vocation of women has two dimensions, virginity and motherhood. Mary, who is a virgin, became the mother of the Son of God. Virginity and motherhood coexist in Mary. Motherhood is the fruit of the marriage union of a man and a woman, of the biblical knowledge which corresponds to the union of the two in one flesh. Woman's part is a special gift, as an expression of spousal love where the two become one flesh. Motherhood is linked to the personal structure of the woman and to the personal dimension of the gift. The Creator grants the gift of life to parents. The woman, as mother and first teacher of the human being, has a specific precedence over man. Motherhood has been introduced into the order of the covenant that God made with the humanity in Jesus Christ. Each and every time that motherhood is repeated in human history, it is always related to the covenant which God established with the human race through the motherhood of the Mother of God. Motherhood is connected with virginity, but also distinct from it. People choose to be celibate for the sake of the heavenly kingdom. Celibacy for the kingdom of heaven results not only from a free choice on the part of man, but also from a special grace on the part of God, who calls a particular person to be celibate. Mary is the first person to be aware of this new manifestation, for she asks the angel, "How can this be, since I have no husband?" Even though she is betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, she is firm in her resolve to remain a virgin. The Gospel puts forward the ideal of the consecration of the person, which is the person's exclusive dedication to God by virtue. By freely choosing virginity, women confirm themselves as people who from the beginning are willed by the Creator for their own personal sake. Women understand at this point that their spiritual gift of oneself is to Christ. The last thing I found useful in my document was why we call the church the bride of Christ, or why we consider it the bride of Christ. He who loves his wife loves himself, for no man hates his own flesh, but nourishes it and cherishes it, as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Christ is the bridegroom of the church, and the church is the bride of Christ. The covenant proper to spouses explains the spousal character of the union of Christ with the church. This great sacrament determines that marriage is a holy covenant between the two spouses. Jesus would treat the women of his time with respect and consider them as equals, like the Nazarene women who would follow him around and pray with him. Even in the face of social discrimination, holy women have acted freely, strengthened by their own union with Christ. Women are to be the models of how the bride must respond with love to the love of the bridegroom.